Yo, do a watch list. Yeah, so from what do we do on Friday? I think Friday was GME, was my main trade here. Right from the Watchlist on Thursday evening into Friday. Friday was May 10th, I believe. So plan here was a 1350 week open, and it held that over under. So I scooped that week open 1780s once it pulled, and I had risk versus low days. And I sold some here in the 1960s. A bunch of 20 calls went off, and thesis was that they were going to bag those by close. It did fail a bit sooner than I expected, so I sold the rest here once we had this hard crack, lower high, failed fall through momentum. So average sell made about $2 a share there. So no real watch here anymore. That was the trade I was looking for, and it's now come and went. I did want to note Jag X is still holding up over the 26s, although let me see here. Earnings Tuesday before open, so just noting that, something to be aware of. It likely dies after earnings, but if it turns out to be a non-event, then I'm just going to keep an eye on there. Agba still holding up above 350s, not really super strong. Would need some volume to come in there. Now going into main watches here, going into Monday, May 13th. If this 760s, 770s failed follow through, bouncing ball setup, looking for this level to fail, and then I'd like to join a trend there. DDL, China grocery store ding dong. It's now doubled off the lows. Has earnings on Monday before market open. So I'll keep an eye there. Ideally, this thing gaps up huge overnight or into open, like into earnings, and I can get some reactive parabolic short. Zim, similar daily chart, has gone up now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. The gaps are getting bigger and the candles are getting bigger. We've now got some room back from the 4 EMA, and each prior day, the opening range lows have been the lows for the whole day. So plan here would be a gap up parabolic off of this exhaustion volume, and look for an opening range breakdown, or if this 1730, 1740 range starts to fail. But I think this has a chance here to pull back. I like to look at this chart here. We got an RSI indicator, and it's coming up near these prior levels that had resulted in a pullback, and it's starting to extend itself. Let's just check here, make sure there's no earnings coming up. You are here, just try again. Weird. Okay. May 21st, that's still a ways away. But yeah, so I'll be looking parabolic short, kind of first red day style here. Ideally, a big gap up for more range for a downside pullback, and an opening range breakdown will be planned there. But giving two plans in case this opens flat or gaps down, or if it gaps up and start to see some exhaustion. And then LiDAR, I'm just going to keep on radar just because it was a strong green day on Friday. Nothing I'm super interested right now, but if it ends up doing something like this, where we get a parabolic daily, I'd be interested, or if it starts to hold its gains in the upper end of its range, and then maybe a secondary breakout, but no plans there, just noting that it was a percent gainer and it's now of interest. So Zim, DDL, and IBRX would be my main three to watch on Monday. I'll see you guys in the room.